Hi there, I am back, and today I am very excited to be starting my Pan Those Eyeshadows project for 2024. We're going to very quickly go over the rules. If you saw my project last year, it's the same rules. I will link that playlist down below so that you can get all caught up. And then we will go in and roll the eyeshadows that I will be working on in the month of January. So without further ado, let's hop straight into this. So I'm keeping the same rules. I'm going to roll in 4 shadows. If there's a shade that conflicts directly with a shade in my Pan That palette, which I am not ready to reveal yet, like it's the exact same shade, then I can roll it out after 1 month. And if it's a shade that I've used 15 times and had in the project for 3 months, then I can roll it out. So those are really my only 2 rules. Other than that, I'm going to keep something in until I hit pan on it. And without further ado, let's hop straight into rolling these shadows. So I have 229 eyeshadows. And so I'm going to randomly generate 5 shades, and I'll pick the first 4 between 1 and 229. And those shades are 23, 182, 89, and 193. 182 got rolled twice, so that's perfect. 193 is Twig from my ABH Sultry palette. 182 is a Too Faced single. 89 is African Violet from my Laura Mercier Eye Art Artists palette. And 23, Lunar Cycle from my MAC Solar Glow ×9 palette. So I'm going to go grab those eyeshadows and be back to swatch them out for you. Okay, so I've collected the shades. The first that I'm going to talk about is this single shadow. So I pulled this out of a Too Faced holiday palette a while ago. I don't even remember what year the holiday collection was from. It's just a champagne shade. It's really pretty, like a white gold. And I've been considering keeping or getting rid of these Too Faced singles. So I think this is a good opportunity for me to see if I'll realistically ever reach for these. And then if I decide to declutter it, then I guess that could be the third loophole to not wanting to continue panning a shadow in this project. So that is the first shade, and I'm just going to call it Champagne because I do not remember the names of these shades. Then we have Lunar Cycle from my MAC Solar Glow ×9, and I think it is this gray color. It's like kind of a frost, I think it's a frost shade or frost formula, and it's this light kind of bluey silver, which is really pretty. I think this would look nice over a darker base or like a cream eyeshadow, so I might try that out. And I have very little use on this palette, so this will be another fun opportunity to try to hit pan on something. This did appear in my project last year, but the shade that I rolled in was too similar to something in my Pan That palette, and I ended up rolling it out. Then we have the shade African Violet from my Laura Mercier Eye Art Artists palette. This also was in my project last year, and I panned the shade Guava, and now I'm going to be working on this shade, which I love. This is probably one of my favorite shades in the palette. It's a beautiful purple with a gold shift to it, so I'm getting a lot of shimmers, which is nice, just to figure out what I want to include in the upcoming year. And then the last shade was from my Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, and it was the shade Twig, which is this matte right here. So I am going to roll this in as well, and I think that this will be an easy matte to use on an everyday basis and incorporate into looks with these other shadows. So we have a pretty cool toned easy to use color story, and I'm curious how it will be reaching for these shadows over the next couple of months, just because sometimes shades that I'm like, oh my god, I love that shade, I actually end up having a struggle bus using, and sometimes shades I don't think I love, I end up reaching for all the time. So this is always an eye-opening project. And other than that, please stick around. Please let me know what you think of this color story. And most of all, I hope you are having an incredible, amazing day wherever you are, and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys.